the whispering rain? It was a dark, rainy night, and Sarah sat by her window, watching the storm lash against the trees. The wind howled, rattling the windows as thunder cracked across the sky. The house felt cold, despite the fire crackling in the living room. She had never been fond of storms, especially not when she was alone. Her phone buzzed on the coffee table. It was a message from her friend, Lucy. "Everything okay? You seem off today." Sarah sighed and typed back, "Yeah, just the storm reminds me of something weird that happened last year," and we both laughed. As she hit send, she heard a faint whisper. At first, she thought it was the wind, but it sounded too clear, like someone was speaking in the next room. She froze, listening. The whispering came again, louder this time. It seemed to be calling her name. "Sarah, Sarah." Heart pounding, she rose from her chair and crept into the hallway, her footsteps muffled by the thick carpet. The house was silent, save for the rain slamming against the roof and the occasional creak of the old wooden floors. She reached the living room, but everything appeared normal. Her coat was draped over the arm of the couch, her coffee cup still sitting on the table. She glanced toward the kitchen, its lights dim, casting long shadows on the walls. The whispering came again, this time closer. "Sarah!" She shouldn't have come back. Her blood ran cold. It was unmistakable now. The voice was his. Her breath hitched as the memory flooded back. A year ago, Sarah had moved into this house, a quaint little cottage on the outskirts of town, after the death of her father. He had always warned her about the house, about the strange things he had heard during his time there, but she had brushed it off. The storms were always the worst at night, he had said, but she never understood why until now. She turned, and through the misty windows, she saw something. No, someone standing outside in the rain. A figure, drenched in water, face hidden beneath a hood. Her heartbeat quickened. "Who's there?" she called out, voice trembling, and the figure didn't move. It just stood there, watching her. And she heard it again. The whisper. Now directly behind her. A breath on the back of her neck. Her heart skipped a beat as the figure outside finally moved. It took slow, deliberate steps toward the door. Panic surged through Sarah. She ran to the door, locking it quickly, but it was too late. A soft thud echoed from the window. She turned to see the figure's pale face pressed against the glass, eyes wide and empty. The whisper came again, but this time, it was louder and clearer than ever. "I'm waiting for you, Sarah." She backed away, every instinct telling her to leave, but her legs wouldn't move. The storm outside intensified, the rain now torrential, but she couldn't tear her gaze away from the figure, and the lights flickered, plunging her into darkness. The last thing she heard before the world went black was a voice, her father's voice, whispering, "You shouldn't have come back."